Okay, so here we are at the first Goi Invitational that we have going on. We're just loading in. We've got, I believe, I can't quite check the teams now, but we'll get into that in a second. I was in Discord with everyone, but having two separate teams all chatting at once kind of made my head go funny. I am getting used to the spectator here. Now I can switch through people. So yeah, we've got Joe, we've got Sam, we've got Mick on the defenders, and we've got Harry, we've got Scott, and we've got Dan on the attackers. Looks like fairly standard setup. We've got Mick back on the Rays, Joe on the Sova, and Sam on the Sage. That's pretty standard for them. We've got Scott on the Rays, Harry on the Omen, and Dan on the... Which one's that? I can't even remember now. I know I just said it. Whatever one Sam's playing, it's that one. And let's see where the attackers are going for. Looks like Dan and Mick. Is that? Dan and Scott going for the bathrooms. Harry rotating back through U-Haul. Harry with the quite aggressive smokes. Looks like they're going to be just on the other side of each other. Ooh, who's this? We've got the Rays on the other team. Is that Mick going for the cheeky counter rotate? Wonder if Harry will spot that. If we can swap to Mick here, he's going to come up right behind Harry, potentially catch him out. Mind you, they are already on the site. Can't quite see each other. Mick, valiant effort. It's now all onto... Oh, it's now all onto Mick. Can he do it? He's charging up. Does he know where they are? Oh, he gets the frag onto Harry. Can he get Sam? Oh, what poor timing from Mick there. You hate to see it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm actually just gonna... Is there a more advantageous place to move me? Should I move myself? Oh, Jesus. Let's move myself to here. Because now we can see the mini-map. I tell you what, it would be really nice if this spectator wasn't just flick through everyone and I could actually kind of get an aerial view. That would be really nice, but alas, maybe Riot will patch it in, who knows. Maybe if I email Mark Merrill, since I do have his personal email address, it's mark.merrill@tiscali.co.uk. Sorry for releasing that on stream, Mark. Rip Tiscali. You were absolutely terrible for me about 10 years ago. Oh my god, the attackers have already got an early spike planting down here with some very useful smokes. Looks like the defenders have all been caught out on B. We're going to see some raise on raise action about to happen here. Yes, there they are. Scott with the pick. Very clean onto Mick right there. That's a lovely Sage wall onto Hookah. That's the one who... That other person I know I didn't talk about. He's just seeing Joe there. Oh, and he's just seen Sam as well. Oh, that was a very nearly a headshot. You have to feel like he probably would have caught that if he wasn't moving. And Joe going for the slow rotate through. Or is he just saving? It looks like he's just going to save here. Knows there's no chance. And that will be another win for the attackers. Is Mick going to catch him on the exit frag here, though? Looks like they're both trying to go for each other. Doesn't look like it'll happen. Oh, he just heard the footstep here. Super close. All right. That's now 2-up to the 2-0 to the attackers. 2-0. Twain to naught for the attackers right there. Can't help but feel like this would be a lot better of a cast if I had someone to cast with me, and also if I had been drinking, but maybe we'll have to save that for another time. Looks like this is going to be a B push from the attackers right here. Let's just switch on to Harry with only on one person on B here. That looks like it's going to be a pretty tough push, but maybe he'll spot all of them. Sounds like they heard that there. Oh, Scott getting the pick onto Sam right there. But the defenders will now know that they're going to have to retake. Harry just grabbing the ult point orb. Looks like Mick is that. Yeah, Mick is coming from behind Harry. Is Harry going to be able to catch the peak? Joe taking out Dan right there. Oh, Harry, you're looking the wrong way, my brother. Harry, you're looking the wrong way, my brother. Oh, he's seen him. Oh, so close right there. Oh, that's a lovely move from Harry. Oh, yeah, straight onto Nick's head. Lovely. And now we've just got Joe by himself again. Joe known for his proficiency with the shock darts, but can he pull this off? Let's see, that's quite a nice smoke there from Harry, but doesn't quite catch Joe out. Oh, not quite, and with the knife as well. That's a real feels bad man moment. You hate to see it. You really do. Looks like Harry taking a little bit of a tactical timeout here. Not quite sure what's going on with comms. Looks like they're running back the exact same play. You have to wonder if Sam is going to be able to get the pick back. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. We'll have to see. But looks like Sam is holding B from Hookah again, which will mean that the attackers can pretty much get through B long without much interference here. That's probably the wall up from Sam. Lovely slow push coming out from the attackers. Mick already on the rotate here. Is he going to catch? Oh, Mick. So close, but Harry catching that out. Sam surely... Sam didn't quite see. He can hear them out here though. They've saged him off. That's a lovely sage wall from, I believe that's Dan right there. Yeah, it is. And some nice slow orbs going out right there, but this is going to be a very hard retake for Sam from here. Oh, so close onto Harry. He knows he's there. Poor timing from Harry, unfortunately, with the smoke. It was a sound idea, but I have to wonder if Sam is... It's a nice heal that seems to suggest that he is going to go and try and pick this back up. Can he quite make it? Doesn't look like it, and if he does try and push out here, Mick is probably going to get him. He hasn't got much time. He's got to decide now if he's going to send it or not. No, he's going for he's keeping the save. That is now going to be the 4th round for the attackers. The attackers, of course, do have the advantage, or maybe they don't. I don't really know who has what advantage in this game or on this map. Just kind of doing a little bit of a jig there. That's what we call some late night fuckery right there, ladies and gentlemen. And still, it looks like the attackers are going for a switch up here. They're going back to their earlier strategy of sending 2 through bathrooms and Harry going through B short. That's a lovely recon arrow from Joe right there just to spot Harry out. Now forcing him to go through bathrooms as well. I think that's Joe up in heaven. Oh, and Scott just lovely use of the Rays rocket jump into heaven there. Sam and Harry having a bit of a showdown right here once again. It's a nice slow field from Sam. He's right to his right. Is he going to be able to get the peak? Oh, so close. Harry's still up there. Just as Sam comes out. Oh, that's a lovely ult. Sam's still at full health though. Not quite managing to get anyone there. Oh, Harry having moved off. Oh, and Sam just running out of bullets. Mick getting the refrag onto Scott though. Oh, lovely. Go on, Mick. That's lovely, but doesn't quite make it, and unfortunately still dies to the bomb. Just going to make the game sounds a little bit louder here. There we go. Hopefully I'll still be hearable. Hearable? Listenable? Audiable. That's what we'll go for. Looks like the attackers are trying to go nice little spam from Harry there. Can you imagine if you could actually like change things that fast? Like if I'm not going to do it because I will drop everything I own and smash all of it as well. But if you could move your hands like that, you certainly would be great in the kitchen. Looks like we're going to go for a 3A short push here. With just Joe watching A, but looks like Sam is now rotating. Is that Sam? Is Sam on that team? Yeah, Sam now rotating back through defenders spawn. Joe unfortunately taken out, and the attackers have already got the spike down. Harry falling back into bathrooms. Mick now watching. Looks like Sam is going to go through heaven. That looks like. We'll see Sam with a lovely kill. Mick actually did just see Sam right there. Oh, maybe that wasn't Sam. Maybe I can't. It's because, right, there's people who are playing the same other people. So how do you know who's who? That's the real question. Can Mick get this defuse off though? Oh my god, he's going to stick it. Oh my god, and he does it. That was sublime play from Mick to push Harry back out through bathrooms, and he gets the refrag in the bathrooms and steals his gun. It's got to feel bad if you're Harry right there. Probably feels great if you're Mick. Knowing Mick, that's probably given him an erection. Don't know, of course. Not sure if it has, but you would have to assume. You'd have to assume. Getting extremely hot in my. I wanted to say this is a parka. This is not a parka. This is a poncho. So might have to take that off at some point. Don't get excited. And please don't ban me, Twitch. Oh my god, they went for the 3 push, or the 2 push, up through market, and get 2 frags. Sam now the last man alive. Oh, terrible timing from Harry just there though. Sam falling back into it. Oh, and that was lovely. That was a very well executed push from the attacker. But I scratched my nose in the way that only a professional can. Mick already well out here. No, not Mick. Scott already moving fast out here. Is of course the famous E-Punk's edgy Yasuo main. Don't know why he's got the little, oh, I pressed the wrong thing. This little, the little umlaut on the O here. Maybe there was already a Yasuo main on Valorant. Oh my god. That was a very early. Oh my god, he gets the refrag purely through Sage, not Sage, Ray's bullshit, but that was phenomenally well played. Dan now picking Scott back up. That's an incredibly powerful ult if you can use it properly, and it looks like Dan's managed to do just that. Sam and Joe now on the defense. Holding, Dan falling back, going through bathrooms. Oh. Scott just taking Joe out right there. Taking Joe out in the bathroom, something we've all done at least once. Sam killing Scott for the second time this round. He didn't kill him the first time, but it's the second time Sam died. Oh, and Harry getting the last frag onto Sam there. That's going to be 7 rounds to 1 for the attackers. Not quite getting the spike down. I actually don't know if planting the spike in this gets you money like it does in Counter-Strike. I'm sure someone will tell me, but I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. And looks like the defenders going for a more traditional spread once again. They're not committing hard to any one site. Attackers look like they're going for an A hit again, with Harry delaying. No, he's running right up. Maybe Harry was just cooking himself an omelette or something quickly while he waited, but he has now joined the attackers. And Harry watching for the flanks behind. Scott looks like he's going to be the entry fragger. I think looks like Sam's sat. Looks like Sam's sat in the box. Is he going to get any of them? Oh, Sam, that's a risky game you're playing there, my friend. He's not quite in the box. But he also hasn't seen. They haven't seen him, and he hasn't actually seen them. But they don't even think he's on here. Oh, very close, Sam. Very, very close. Incredibly low from Harry and Dan with the frag onto Sam. Harry surviving on 21 health. Joe now trying to retake from hookah, spraying through the box. Not quite going to make it. Mick Oh, Mick not quite checking every angle. Flawless at ground from the attackers right there. Unbelievable. Really, really excellent stuff. And yeah, Scott putting in an absolute performance on this round. Looks like Dan needs to step it up a little bit, but he has got some quite important ults off. Maybe just the one. But still, Sage being incredibly useful just from... I'm just going to switch off Harry because that's really annoying. Yeah, looks like it's going to be another 3A hit here. Looks like Mick already pushing into bathrooms. Quite an aggressive defensive stance from him, if one can be aggressive and defensive in the same breath. But looks like Mick is going to loop round. Is he going to catch Harry here? Oh, not quite. Just a gnat scrotum off getting him right there. How Scott managed to survive that, I will never know, but he did. Oh, and that's got to feel bad. He doesn't quite make it onto heaven. I don't know what that thing's called, but I know that it's really annoying, that little drone that finds you out here. Looks like it's going to be Harry and Sam, maybe, who find each other here. Yeah, absolutely. Sam putting Mick back up and Harry immediately taking Mick straight back down again. That's got to feel bad. Is Harry gonna... Oh, doesn't quite get it. Another flawless attack round from the team that I'm going to call Team Hyper Magma. And the defenders now can be Team Dragon Thigh. Anyway, looks like it's going to be another push through from Market into Hookah here. Sam, I almost said ham there. I think that shows my current priority. I am extremely hungry. It's 11:30 o'clock. Oh, Sam just getting firing squadded by Scott and Dan right there. Joe coming back through spawn, but you have to believe that. Oh, and that's a lovely TP from Harry. He's gone straight behind Joe. That's that's really locked him off. The spike is down. Let's see what Joe can do. He's seen one right there. Just trying to spray through the box. Looks like Harry's coming behind him. Oh, Joe getting one onto Dan, but Scott and Harry together just taking him down. Harry getting the final kill onto Mick. This is a 10-1 round. This is quite painful to watch, but oh, and the little salty spray from Scott right there. I once had a little salty spray that one time I went to Cuba, and if you ask me about that, I will punch you in the ear. Looks like Harry a little bit confused about where he should be going, but he's got there eventually, like an old camel. He maybe should be put down. I'm going to turn the game sound back down a bit since my friends seem to be quite insistent on spamming. Oh my lord! Mick with the headshot onto Scott just as he peeks round with the sniper. That's the advantage of using an SMG into a sniper rifle right there. Is you can take that short angle, get him straight in the head or the stomach or the thigh. You can shoot him wherever you want. Unless you're a Shroud type character, sometimes you're just going to be able to get him. Dan with the lovely kill onto Sam. And Dan reviving Scott once again, which really shows the importance of Sage as an operator. Or do they call them operators? No, they don't. They call them something else. They call them agents. That's it. They call them agents. I like the word operator though. It makes it sound quite, agent sounds a bit try-hardy. Joe with the lovely kill onto his brother Harry right there, but they do, however, know that he's coming from that way. Oh, and a lovely operator shot from Scott onto Joe right there. I wasn't watching because I'm a professional, but you have to imagine that he probably shot him like here, like on the cheekbone. Just see if I don't have any water left right now. I'm gonna have to hook myself up with some of that. Maybe when we swap the rounds. Swap the rounds? That's not right. Swap the sides. Maybe we're going to swap the sides. And I'll have to take my poncho off as well because I am sweating like a nun in a whorehouse right here. And looks like the attackers are going for another short push. Let's see if they can get Harry here. Oh no, this is not another short push. And actually we've just swapped the rounds. So, you know, what am I talking about? Looks like there's some friendly-natured nodding going on between the attackers right now. I think this is Team Dragon Thigh trying to go for the push here, but they haven't quite made it. And now forced to retreat back through Hooker. Hooker, Jesus, I definitely can't say that. Dan with a lovely kill onto Joe right there from Team. What the fuck did I call them? Was it like Hypermagma? Oh, and Dan with another lovely headshot onto Mick. That is carrier denied. And it's now all onto Sam. Can he get it? 2 random sprays from Harry coming through right there. Not quite getting the kill, but certainly taking some of Sam's life away. But he is the Sage, so we'll be able to pick himself back up. Oh no, and this is just, that was a bit of an embarrassment. Looks like that was a 3k from Dan right there, taking out all of Team Dragon Thigh. Very lovely play from Dan. Of course, the returning player to the first-person shooter scene, although you wouldn't have guessed it from the way he's staring at the floor. Looks like we're going for an attack from Team Dragon Thigh. Looks like they'll be pushing up B long. Of course, that was a tactic that in the previous round, Team Hypermagma? Is that what I called them? I don't know. When you make up stupid names for things, always write them down, because in future, people might ask you what they were. And then if you're like me, you're screwed because you don't know. And pushing out here, that's a lovely kill from Dan onto I missed who that was, but that's now Sam getting the return kill. And Mick coming back around to get the plant down. Looks like he's going for the traditional plant inside the box. However, the other raise, oh, that's lovely from Scott right there. Oh, getting the kill, raise on raise action. Usually I have to pay a lot of money to see that kind of thing, but not right now. Sam getting the kill back onto Scott. Can he do this? We've seen him clutch things like this before, and he does. That's a 3k for Sam. Winning the round. Just pulling out the little orb right there, the little ball of water. Still match point for the defenders here, though. And you kind of have to assume that, you know, maybe this is going to be the win. Have we seen crazy? The boy's just having a little turn on the bike there. You love to see that. Sam, of course, owning a motorbike, but not quite sure how to use it, as his only has one wheel. And that's a fact. Looks like it's going to be a slow push through bathrooms here. I'm quite a big fan. Mickey getting the kill onto Scott right there. Harry rotating back through a short. Just dinking Sam with the satchel right there. He will be able to heal himself. Sam going to be, that's Harry straight onto Sam with one more of those double shorty shotgun shooters right to his mush. Harry's going to need to try and pull this round off with just that gun, because unfortunately doesn't have the economy to have picked up anything more than that. It was always hard to win with this kind of economy, but we have seen it before. That's a lovely shock arrow from Joe right there. Gonna get another one off. Shock dart. You love to see it, you love to hear it. It's lovely from Joe right there. Oh, that's a lovely attempted defuse from Harry. Not quite getting it. Oh, and that's beautiful from Mick. And from Joe. Onto Dan right there. Securing the round. Joe just making it through the teleporter. That's cool. You can see the bomb explosion from the last round if you're in the right position. And this is now Scott with an operator. Very, very deadly with this kind of weapon. Team Dragon Thigh is going to have to attempt to pull something out right here, right now in America, if they are going to want to take the W home eventually here. And looks like they're all going up through bathrooms again. Do they know Scott's going to be watching them with the operator? Oh, they're just out of bathrooms, not quite seeing it. Scott will now be alerted to their presence. And that's a lovely shot from Scott. Not quite getting the second shot onto Joe. Harry moving through the teleporter. Is he going to meet this person in bathrooms right here? Yes, he is. Not quite getting the stab off. And Sam getting the return kill. Sam reviving Mick. It's now all on to Dan. Get his team a win. Not quite clutched from Sam with the 3k right there. Team... I can't remember what names I gave to these idiots. Anyway, we'll see how this one goes. Looks like we're going for another B long push. Looks like the defenders have read this quite well and they've stacked 2 onto B here. Assuming that Scott can... Has Scott still got his operator? No, it does not. I did not know that's how that worked. That is very interesting. Scott with only the classic right there, but the attacker's now slowly pushing up. I tell you what, it's a good job that Mick getting the kill onto Dan there. I was about to say, I'll tell you what, it's a good job friendly fire isn't enabled, otherwise Sam would definitely just shot Joe in the ass. Mick with another kill onto Dan. It really does not look like it's the defenders round here. This could be the 4th round loss in a row from them. B site looking contested. Lovely kill from Mick onto Scott right there. That is beautiful. And yeah, that's the 4th round win in a row from the attackers. But the defenders now with the Sage and the Omen ults. Ray's not quite having hers back. Of course, that Sage ult can be used to great effect to bring someone back, as we've seen before. The defender's not quite reading. They've gone for the same kind of swap Harry back and forth here, but not quite making it. And looks like Mick and Sam almost seeing each other. It looks like there's going to be a standoff around by Market here. Not quite seeing each other. Mick has seen Sam there and knows he's there. And yes, lovely. And that's not Sam, that's Dan. Sam is on the attackers. And that, of course, is the Sage ult down. So if you're down this round, you're just down. Harry going through the teleport and Mick lurking nearby. But Harry has very wisely used his ult to change here. But Sam reading him like a book, and not a particularly difficult book at that. It's not even War and Peace, it's more like Biff and Kipper go to the slaughterhouse. And that's a lovely little rotate onto A here. This is a really galaxy brain stuff from the attackers right now. Not quite managing to is that Scott? Not quite managing to... Yeah, of course it's Scott. Not quite managing to read the play. That's a lovely teleport usage to get them onto A site for free. Scott, of course, was expecting them to go through. And let's see if he can pull anything out with the operator here. Does he see them? Does he see them? Doesn't look like it. He's, of course, just decided to send it and go right here. Which I think could be quite wise. They, of course, will have heard him do that. That's a lovely fake, and that's a lovely shot onto Sam. He's going for the defuse again. Joe just taking him out. Seems like the attackers have really pulled it out here. That's 5 round wins in a row. Which, of course, you love to see if you are one of these attackers. Or, of course, if you're one of their loved ones. Or perhaps someone who's just weirdly invested in a bunch of 20-something morons playing games on a Monday night. It, of course, being Monday night here, it's Monday the 31st of Splunge. And I am overheating and dehydrating, which is a dangerous combination. Looks like this is going to be quite an aggressive push out from Harry here.
Take flight.
Quite, but that's going to be a lovely drone to see him from Joe. Harry putting down the smokes once again. And that's lovely, just taking that out. right there, just so they have no vision. Harry pulling out. Is that a judge? That is a judge. What an absolute mad lad. Apparently there's nowhere to run, but of course you could just run somewhere that ult isn't, and that is exactly what the defenders have done. Joe's ult unfortunately not picking up anything. The only ult on the map now being, is that Dan's ult? Yeah, that's Dan's ult on attack. Just timing it back, getting one kill, but getting return fire. But Sam getting the return onto Harry. There's now a 2v1. Let's see if Scott can pull anything out here. They've both gone through the teleporter again, but he will have heard that. They of course will hear him coming out here as well. And they're not even going. He will have seen them right there. Scott. If there's one thing I know about Scott, it's that he's got the eyes of a badger. Don't even know if badgers have particularly good eyes. And he's deciding to send it and just go straight through. He's deployed the little BB-8 looking dude, who doesn't look like he's going to see anything. Oh, and that's a lovely kill onto Mick. Oh, and that's a great raise ult. That is absolutely phenomenal from Mick right there to get the return kill onto Scott. A little bit of BM knifing and stabbing and slashing. And I actually learned the other day the difference between a knife and a dagger, and it's that a knife has one edge, whereas a dagger has two. And you can take that onto the chase with you, because I guarantee they'll ask it at some point. Looks like we're going for another B hit here. Only Mick's ult on the attackers, but we've got Scott and Dan's on the defenders. From what was quite a stomp in the first half, this has now become quite a tense game, as the attackers have really picked up some rounds. That's a lovely little jump out from Joe. There's a lovely slow orb just there. Doesn't look like Harry is going to push in just yet. Having, of course, we don't know if he's got the classic, but they'll have heard the spike go down. Very close from Harry, but unfortunately just trying to use the pistol against the AR, and that is a lovely defend from Mick onto his, I think they're like maybe cousins, or maybe they're, I'm not sure, they might just know each other. Maybe one of them's dad owned a plantation, and that's a flawless attacking round once again. 12-8 from what was, I believe, a 12-1 at one point. Yeah, it sure was. That's very impressive from the attackers to pick up that round back. And you have to believe that the defenders are probably tilted, and Harry's probably already killed himself, but is somehow playing from beyond the grave. He is playing Omen, so you never know. Maybe Harry's got some kind of spectral keyboard. Looks like it's going to be an A short push from the attackers here. We haven't seen one of these in quite a while, so I quite like this versatility coming out here. Looks like that's going to be Scott and Dan lurking in bathrooms, as he tends to do on a Monday night anyway. That's a shock dart going over. Is Dan going to be able to see Mick coming out here? Yes, he is. Doesn't quite get the kill. Oh, and they've just got him back. Oh, that's a lovely kill from Scott, and that's a Scott kill. That is the game. That is Ray's OP, and that is going to be GG's from them, and of course GG's from me, as one would expect from E-Punk's Edgy Yasuo main here. Absolutely phenomenal stats coming out right here. Joe usually incredibly good, but you keep Joe around more for the shot calls than for you know, actually doing anything. Scott getting actually triple his score right there, which is, you know, pretty, I mean, that's kind of embarrassing, really. That's like, I don't know. But anyway, that is going to be GG's from them, and GG's from me. We'll pick this up once again. Thank you.